Hi, everybody. It's Erin. I just opened a new business. It's called Unlock Voice Studio. Today, I want to talk a little bit about my teaching philosophy of what I believe as a teacher and how it relates to the name of my studio. When it comes to my philosophy as a teacher, there are sort of three main elements. The first element is that I believe that you have untapped vocal potential. Period. You do not have to be someone different than you are to have untapped vocal potential. You do not need to go back in a time machine and start taking piano lessons when you were 5. You do not need to have been born with more of a musical gift or ease than you already have. You do not need to have a different body with a different set of vocal folds. None of that is necessary. You are worthy and ready for the work just as you are. The second part, which is kind of related to that, is that you already have all of the tools that you need in order to nurture your voice. What most people don't have is an understanding of what those tools are and how to use them. This is where I come in. I see my role as giving you some knowledge about the tools that you have and then practicing using those tools with you. Now, does this mean that as soon as you know what your tools are, you will be able to sound exactly the way you want immediately? No. So you can kind of think of it as like a garden. You start by getting the garden ready and planting seeds. This is a bad metaphor because I don't actually know how to garden, but you get the idea. You're not going to see results at first, but if you keep working on your tools and nurturing the garden, you are going to see results, some of which may surprise you. The third part of my philosophy, and this is probably the most important part, I truly believe that we need to work together as a team in order to mine that vocal potential. The reason that this is true is that the human voice is unlike any other instrument that exists in the world because it is part of your body. And you may not know this right now, but your voice already gives you feedback on how you're using it. For example, if you're in a loud restaurant and you're sort of using your voice and you're really straining your voice, sometimes you can kind of feel like, uh-oh, this is starting to strain, this is starting to hurt, I bet I'm going to lose my voice later. That is feedback that your voice is giving you. As we're developing vocal technique, it's important to tap into that feedback. So what that means is that in order to get a complete picture of your voice, I need your help. I, as your teacher, cannot feel that feedback. You are the only person with the potential to feel that feedback. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be an expert on it right away. I work with a lot of people who have complicated relationships with their bodies. Some people have trouble feeling things, and that's a skill that you develop as well. So don't worry if you are not totally tapped into your voice yet. That's something that we'll work on together. And odds are you probably feel more and know more than you think you do. So what's the TLDR of all of this? Why is this related to the name of my studio? I think a lot of people go into lessons, both in singing and then just tutoring in other places or other types of music lessons, thinking that learning something is about sort of passing something from one person to another. It's the idea of I have this plate of knowledge and I'm going to pass it to you. And then if you want to teach somebody, you can pass that to somebody else. And that's so transactional and boring and honestly kind of untrue. I believe good lessons are something more than that. I don't see my job as passing that plate. I see it as working with you to find your inner voice. And then once we find that inner voice and we've developed the tools to be able to set it free, then we can unlock your inner voice. And then after that happens, I don't know what happens next. Honestly, I have had a lot of students who have surprised me with the things that they can do with their voice and how their voice sounds over time. And isn't that just so much more exciting than passing the same thing over and over again? We're finding what is really uniquely you and your unique instrument. I just think that's so cool. Anyway, that's my philosophy as a teacher. That's why I named my studio Unlock. It's because I want to work with you to help unlock your personal vocal potential. If that sounds good to you, you can check out my website at unlockvoicestudio.com. I would love to work with you. And that's it for today. Hope you have a great day. Bye.